knees? Nah, I'm fine. You're taller than I am anyway.
Let's sit on this one?
I'm guessing. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Half my head's usually cut off when I record these things. Anyway, hi, Happy Campus. Welcome to the Spike and Chris Show. Spike. Chris over there. Scott here. Yes, we're back.
Guest.
We're back at Scott's Comic Relief for the first time in eons. This one, he's following Governor Andy's dictate that thou shalt mask because you're not watching his show. Me, I'll fight tooth and nail. Nobody can see me doing anything because I'm way off to the side. But anyhow, hi Scott.
How's it going?
How's Mom and them?
Good. 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 Nobody's really come down with the Rona yet that I know, so everything's...
You just keep the Rona over to yourself. I like the way you reached down towards your crotch and started knocking on the wood. That ain't a good thing. This is a family show, damn it. Anyway.
I just get so excited to see you guys.
That's a shame.
That's why you put me behind the table.
This ain't a table, by the way. Anyway. So, Scott, how's... Like I said, it's been, what, March? February or March? We last...
In March, yeah. Or beginning of March.
Got up with you. How's things been going?
Good. I mean, as good as 2020 can be, I guess.
It's been extremely 2020, that's for sure.
Just trying to get used to all the new processes and way of life. I mean, that's all.
When did you reopen after Ronageddon struck? You were down for at least a month, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I started getting deliveries again in the middle of June.
It's about 2 months. 2 months. But you're back up and running. How's business running so far?
Good. As far as supply has been a little spotty, which Marvel is starting to do every week again. They were skipping a week.
That's what Marvel does.
Which I was glad to get anything because I went 2 months without any deliveries. So, but now I got to deal with 2 distributors, DC, branched out.
DC in their lot, Marvel in their lot. So, which one is Marvel going with right now? They're still with Diamond?
Yep, Marvel's and all Image. So Diamond's still got the lion's share, but DC, I mean, they actually sent me a free poster this past time. Diamond never did that for DC. So.
Diamond.
I think that was more DC though.
Yeah, that was DC trying to. DC is their reputation's shot right now after everything.
Their discount tiers are trash.
Yeah,
but besides the point.
Well, before we fired up the recorder here, you were talking about you were actually able to return some books.
Yeah, I got a big list of books from Diamond, and actually the new place UCS with newer titles that I can send back and get credit for. So. I've been piling them up.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah,
buddy.
absolutely.
That's some cash flow back in your system.
Most of the time, you know, if you get to send books back, you tear the cover off, send it back. These, you send the whole book back. But you send them a list of what you're sending back. You use one of your old boxes, fill it up. You print the label. They pay for the shipping and everything. So
it's the way it's supposed to be. But anyway.
Yeah, you get surprised by stuff.
So. Anything worth talking about as far as the comics going on right now?
Yeah, Joker War's huge. Across all the Batman titles.
Has that started yet? I haven't been keeping
quite
as well as I should.
Yeah, it's pretty well going in the regular Batman series. The other ones just tie in. I guess Marvel's starting to do a lot of good things, getting all their stuff back running. Last week, Robert Kirkman, I can't sing his praises enough. I mean, this guy sent out copies of Negan Lives, a one-shot, to all the comic stores. From what I understand, him and Charlie Adler wrote it. He paid for publishing. Diamond paid for distribution. Gave us credit on shipping. So that every copy we got was completely free to the store. So
Well, there you go.
I mean,
Again, every little bit helps. When you're a small business, a lot of people don't realize this, that in a small business, cash flow is king. So everything you got that people will pay you for, you don't have to shell out a king hell amount of money helps. So those credits do help.
and they sent variants like 2 silver foil and 1 gold foil per store, and those sold for crazy money. I mean,
That's Robert Kirkman, Cynthiana.
yeah, oh yeah.
So he's a Kentucky guy like we are. So he knows he's there to help out.
He worked in a comic shop, from what I understand. I mean,
yeah, he's got the background. So
big creator of The Walking Dead.
yes, and that's where all this come from, and that's the money paying for this. So hey, how's business going so far since you reopened? Up, down, indifferent, sideways?
yeah, it's
Sits up, one or the other. It's a
Steady.
family show, damn it.
steady.
It's steady.
Yeah, everybody was ready for something when I, just like me.
It's one of those things that's waiting to exhale. You're waiting for this to end. And I haven't been keeping up with the news of late. We were talking about Governor Andy and his 5 o'clock shadow, where he's decided everybody. See, we're recording this on Saturday, July 11th, and 2020. And yesterday, the Governor Andy, in his infinite wisdom, decided that everybody would have to be masked starting at 5 o'clock. And Scott here let me know there was a judge in Scott County, of all places, that told him, "Oh no, you don't." So now we got a nice little spat.
And I guess the Secretary of Agriculture backed him up. So
yeah, that's the funny thing. For those of you who don't know that much about Kentucky politics, the governor is a Democrat, and he's surrounded by Republicans. All of his secretaries, all of his elected officials around him on the state level are Republicans, virtually. He's the lone Democrat in the executive branch in Frankfort right now. So that's the way Kentucky likes it. So anyway, Chris, you've got a list of stuff in front of you.
I came prepared because I did not know exactly all the discussions we were going to have today.
It's wherever we go. Wherever we wander like we usually do. I've still got to finish running the last of our episodes from last week. We're doing a podcast now where I just take the audio. We record for about an hour and a half every week, and we just take the audio. I strip the video from it, and just, if you want to drink from the fire hose, here's a 90-minute podcast where you can listen to us constantly, and instead of having to watch me play with my shoelace down here because it's gone off. But anyway. So, back to focus. Chris, our news-ish segment here brought to you by Scott's Comic Relief at 420 East Main Street. Sweetie, because if it's 420, it's Sweetie, and that's Scott. He'll give you a good deal. Yes, he will. He's a good man.
See something you like? Maybe
Just throw money at him. You don't even have to stop by and say hi. Open the door, throw a couple of 20s at him. He's got a can of Lysol right here behind me. He'll spray it down before he takes it on. Anyway, Chris, what's news-ish this week?
I do got some comic book news for you.
Oh, he has comic.
Somewhat. Have anybody read the graphic novel of The Old Guard?
No.
Never heard of it.
No, somebody come in asking about it, though, so it must be a TV show.
Well,
isn't that one of the Netflix things?
It is a new Netflix movie. The graphic novel is created by a guy named Greg Roca. He did a lot of Wonder Woman comic books, Batman No Man's Land, Gotham Central, Stumptown, all that stuff. And this is one of those rare moments where they took a creator and then said, hey, we want to do a movie based off of your stuff. And they did, but apparently the director, I don't remember her name exactly, but she was asking questions like, why is this in the script but it's not, or why is this in the comic book but not in the script? So they scrapped the whole thing and then brought Greg in to write for the movie.
Which, considering he's a writer, Hollywood has this
Very
bad
rare.
tendency of disrespecting creators in anywhere but Hollywood. If your background is not Hollywood, they will not take what you do, your creation, seriously. And Hollywood just now starting to figure out, you know what? These guys, in comic books, these guys are writing dialogue by the panel. They're basically framing each camera shot. It really is a layout. If you watch any movies, especially action movies where it requires concentration and a sequence of events, they all have storyboards, which is basically a comic book. Yeah. So yes, it's about time somebody actually paid attention to
Well,
the
Hollywood
source
thinks they can
material.
do it better.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
of course.
oh well, you did it good, but you're not Hollywood.
You're not. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Then they don't take anybody who's not a part of the inside system seriously. We're finally starting to see that change with Jeff Johns, Joss Whedon, most of these other guys. Now Greg Rucka is starting to show up
Yeah,
on these things. I'm actually kind of surprised about Greg Rucka because I've read some of his stuff and it's okay. I've never been not like a Jeff Johns where I'd read his traffic tickets, but if he wrote them, but it's he does have his appeal. Yeah.
Well, I watched The Old Guard last night, and I'm really glad I did because it's a really good movie. It is a really good movie, and now I'm interested in the whole storyline because it never in the movie it has stars Charlize Theron, and you don't know how they got these powers or anything. All you know is that they've been around since basically Jesus and stuff was, nailed to the cross. They've been around for years, centuries, lived through all the wars, and they basically take it upon themselves to become mercenaries and just go around and beating down evil. So it's like, terrorist group is over here, well, we'll go. And they don't work for nobody. They don't work for the government. They just do it themselves. Because they think that the world, they try their best to make sure that the world doesn't go to shit, basically. So they take it upon themselves to do all these things. The only power is that they can die and then just come right back. And they carry around, you'll see that each one of them has these really old swords. And Charlize has like an axe, but it's like this old spear type of thing. I don't know exactly what it's like.
A movie down in the corner. It's commentary.
It's a really good, interesting story. It doesn't say how they got it or anything, but it's a really good movie that you need to check out. I need to check out the graphic novel.
Now in the trailer, like Charlize Theron finds a girl that doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, apparently it's been about 2,000 years since somebody has these powers. And what they do is that the reason why they all found each other is because they dreamt about each other. So this girl, she was in Afghanistan or something like that, and she gets stabbed in the throat and then comes back, and now everybody's like looking at her weird. They go and get her out of there before somebody takes her to, test her and figure out what the heck's going on, how she survived this and all that. And they tell her, yeah, you're never going to grow old. You got the ability to, like if your arm falls off, it grows back. You got all these weird powers.
So they must age at some point, though.
Well, now, here's the thing. This is how they die. They don't know when they die. It's just, if you
One
get
time
hurt,
they get hurt, yeah.
you get hurt, and it doesn't,
Heal.
nothing grows back. then it means it's their time.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the trailer.
So it's a really weird but interesting story, and I just can't wait to focus on all that.
It's when God decides to call you in, and once He calls in your chips, you're called. So
exactly, it's just crazy, but
I've
it's
watched Charlize Theron eat grass. She's very entertaining. And everything she does is good.
yeah.
Even reindeer games. Ben Affleck. I mean,
Just one of those. That's
that movie would have been unwatchable without her.
It's like me and Jeff Johns. I'll read his fortune in his teacup if he sips from it. He'll watch Charlize Theron.
Max. Oh wow, she was.
Just
really
really
awesome. But anyway, they're taking, apparently HBO Max has decided to work on something based off of his work of Gotham Central and call it Gotham PD
Yeah, I'd heard about that.
TV show. So
Yeah, he was the developer of. I don't know if he actually created Gotham Central, but it was a comic book that was based off of. You don't get to see Batman all the time in that one. That one's based more on the ground level of the most corrupt police department in America.
and it's also supposed to go off of Matt Reeves' new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, have you any news on that? I haven't seen any news on that.
The last I've heard is all the other Batmen that are running around right now, because apparently
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton's back on board, Ben Affleck is supposedly back on board, and they think that's actually going to be coming out of the Flash movie. So it's kind of curious, because Batman equals cash, it sells so many tickets, but are we getting to the point where we're almost oversaturated on it? I mean, it's been 30 bloody years since 1989's Michael Keaton's first try as Batman, so.
Yeah. Well, Warner Brothers is going to.
Yeah.
If anybody can do it, it's Michael Keaton. I'm excited, but still I disagree with the whole Flash movie thing and have that. But yeah, and as for Gotham PD, I know HBO Max does good on their shows. I mean, The Watchmen is really good.
It's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers always they tend to be the one Hollywood studio that tends to get it faster than everybody else, because they've always had this kind of populist bent to them.
I just hope it doesn't end up like Gotham, because that was disappointing. I was excited when it first began because it was just about Commissioner Gordon
Mm-hmm.
and his rise, but then they started, we're going to do more of, and they even told a story about that.
Little kid Bruce Wayne, wasn't it?
Yeah, they even told a story about that. Apparently, they was not allowed to use Batman in anything because Batman was on other things, but they were allowed to use young Bruce.
Yeah.
And
There's
they
nothing
thought
wrong
it
with
would be
using. Yeah, the Bruce Wayne's unattached. Young Bruce Wayne's unattached. At least until this show came along.
And yeah, it just went everywhere after that and just messed me all up. I was like, man, you guys are stupid. You destroyed it.
They just couldn't resist. They had to get that Batman dig in there somehow. So
I know.
anyway, what else you got?
Well, I do got more Batman news.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, when Joel Schumacher decided to do his own two Batman movies, which was Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be more darker and actually go off of Tim Burton's Batman movies. Now, I don't know how about you guys, but I honestly would not mind seeing this, but apparently there is an hour and 70-minute Batman Forever part of the movie that was never shown.
So it was like a 3-hour movie, or
It was
with the
more-
extra parts, it's that long.
It was more serious, and it also
See, I heard
dealt
that,
with Bruce Wayne's anxiety and all the things he was going through up here, the things like that. So, and apparently, I guess the studio just like, no, we're not going to do that. I don't know. But apparently it was made, and it is done. And now people actually want to see that. Not in just memory of Joe Schumacher, but because of the fact that, since, hey, we're getting a Snyder cut, why not this?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd watch it.
So
There's in the realm of logical arguments, there's a fallacy called the slippery slope. This is where you argue if you let them take an inch, they'll take a mile. That's supposed to be a logical fallacy, but we have seen repeatedly, especially over the last few years, if you give an inch, they'll take a mile. You just had to have the Snyder cut. Okay, we want to launch HBO Max, so we'll give you the Snyder cut. Okay, now all of a sudden here comes the Schumacher cut. George Lucas actually started all this crap when he started messing around with the original Star Wars trilogy and started rewriting history on the fly, said Han shot second. So it's... Which movie was this? You said Batman Forever?
Batman Forever.
Okay, that movie sucked ass to begin with.
It did.
Do I really want to sit through 3 hours of ass sucking?
It did, but...
It entertained me as a child. I haven't watched it as an adult.
As a child, yeah. From a guy who has
So I
been
would
watching...
watch it again.
From a guy who has watched old episodes of G.I. Joe and Transformers and sat there and took about 2 minutes of it and turned it off. Because it's nothing like I remember it. It's not nearly as good as I remember. So
that was my reaction to Disney Plus.
Yeah, pretty much. What else you got for us, Chris?
All right, well,
you're the one taking notes this week.
I guess I am. All right, so I guess you know what the #1 movie in the box office is this week?
Back to the Future. I don't know.
Ghostbusters. The very first one. Okay. Want to point that out.
Now, Ghostbusters, 1, 2, yes, I'm counting the 2016, 3.
Oh, why?
So that's 4. This will be the 4th Ghostbuster try in 36 years. One every 9 years, I guess it'd be okay for a sequel, but it's supposed to be coming this fall.
I'm excited for a Ghostbusters sequel as long as it goes, along with the first two. Those first two Ghostbusters helped shape my childhood. So, yeah, I'll buy it.
The first one was really good. The second one was okay.
I still like the second.
Oh, the soundtrack for the second one. Oh, it's so good.
Now, the 2016 one, of course, the less said about that, the better.
And,
If they can regain their sense of humor in this upcoming movie, because I think it seems like it's being marketed more as a nostalgic thing instead of a humor.
That's what drives me insane about this, because I want it to be so badly, good.
Well, it's got the Stranger Things kid, right?
Yeah,
So,
but that's the thing is that they made it's. You watch the trailer and it seems like it's all about those kids. Even though they've already said that the main cast members are all coming back, but they're not doing just appearances. They're actually going to be in this movie
It's just
in a big part. I'm hoping that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure when it gets closer to time, we'll get a little more footage.
Now, you know why they're showing off the kids in this film, right?
Because
Who bought all that Ecto Cooler?
kids.
The kids did. Who bought all the action figures? Who bought the play sets? Not counting you, you're a kid at heart. Because how big is that Ecto 1 that you have?
I don't have one.
I thought you had an Ecto 1, about like this big.
No, I said I always wanted one.
Yeah, I
have a Batman car that is that big.
Could have sworn I had it. Anyway.
And I have a Back to the Future.
Oh, I had the Firehouse, I had the Proton Pack, that had the little plastic swirly thing. That,
Me too.
Yeah, they're trying to stir up excitement among the kids. So,
yeah,
guess what? One of the top trending cartoons is online right now.
real good.
The Real Ghostbusters. Yes, it started to surge back. I'm trying to remember. I think it's on. Last I saw it was on Netflix.
Actually, you know what? That is one cartoon I do not mind, and even if they mess it up, I would not mind them actually doing another Ghostbusters thing.
I remember Extreme Ghostbusters.
Oh, hell
you
no.
remember that?
I don't
Extreme
remember that
Ghostbusters.
one.
This is where they
One in a
finally,
wheelchair. And
yeah, they finally gave up on the real Ghostbusters and all the comics, all the comic book
Little
creators that were
products.
involved there. That's
Yeah,
how that was part of the reason it was so
had a
successful.
female, what's his name? The one that Bill Murray plays.
Venkman.
Vader.
Yeah, you had basically a female version of him
Yeah.
with spiked hair.
Yeah, because they were X-Treme. No E, just the letter X, Treme. That's how extreme they were. That's how you can tell you're extreme.
Doritos
You leave
level
the U.
extreme.
Yes. By the way, I saw they actually did a throwback packaging for Doritos.
Oh,
right now.
really?
You can get the old white nacho cheese flavor bags and the old Cool Ranch bags.
Ooh.
No difference in the flavor, just the packages. Back in the old package. The old 1984 package. Isn't that
Just the
telling you
Hot
something?
Pocket boxes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Anyway, what else were you going to say?
Well, you know, does anybody here have Quibi?
Not by choice.
I've seen a lot of cool previews for stuff. I actually downloaded the app,
Oh,
but I forgot to.
There's a lot of that going around. I
to
think
see
I know
if there's
which.
a free trial or something.
I think I know which direction you're going.
I'm
here.
going to suggest that you might as well just delete that. And I'll tell you the reason why. So apparently they're doing all these new stuff with Quibi, even though it's only for your phone and you can't get it on TV or anything like that. And they just got through doing they're marketing the whole Princess Bride thing, where it's just like, what, 10 seconds
minutes
or
at a
10
time.
minutes
Mhm.
of a time, and it's horrible. Even though the last episode of it was heart touching because it had Rob Reiner and his dad,
Carl.
yeah,
Yeah.
who just passed away,
Mhm.
and he did the part where, the Ben Savage was in the bed and all that stuff. They did that part at the end, and that was nice. But anyway, I can see all this on freaking Instagram because all the celebrities that are doing these are posting on Instagram. But anyways, the thing is that it only has 80 million subscribers. And apparently Quibi is in trouble because they are spending so much money on big name stars that they're starting to run out of money, and they've got enough to at least last them until December.
First off, your number's off. There's no way in hell they got 80 million subscribers.
That's
Now here's what they put out the free trials, right? And there are a lot of people who tried Quibi out.
oh, it is.
They had an 8% retention rate.
Yeah.
92% of people who used Quibi canceled the service before the free trial was up. Nobody streaming online has ever posted such horrible numbers as this one.
Now, 80 million people might
Might have tried
have.
it.
Yes. So that means what? 8 million would have.
Not even that much, because it's got to be, the numbers have to be much lower than that. Because
Who wants to pay money for like a 10-minute bit and then have to wait like what, next week for another 10-minute bit?
and you still have to sit through the commercials to see it.
Yeah, I bet you get 5 minutes commercials every 10 minutes.
So Jeffrey Katzenberg, you're the guy who came up with Quibi. Just remember, speed kills, Jeff. Okay,
I
so
don't understand the.
put the crack
That's
pipe
horrible.
down, Jeff. Anyway,
Alright.
what else you got?
Alright, so apparently Kanye West is running for president.
Awesome.
And he said that he wants his White House to be like Wakanda from Black Panther.
Now,
I don't know where to go.
I hate to get political, guys, but
oh, go right ahead.
if
You've seen
something
our
happens,
episodes.
Would you vote for
I
Kanye?
mean, no,
Okay.
no. I don't. I think there should be some kind of test you have to take, basic knowledge of laws and the way the government works.
To be president?
Absolutely, yes.
See, now I've said you need to. I've said this before. I've actually said this on our show quite a while back. I don't know if you remember or not. My plan for voter reform. What you would do is you would go up. You would have your big E slate, which is what we use here in Kentucky. It's got the races and stuff you vote for. You sit there and you press who you want. And then at the end, you'll have 3 questions based on the Constitution. Real simple questions. Which amendment guarantees freedom of speech? Who is not, out of the 3 branches of government, which one is not elected? And just simple questions. And then if you can get at least 2 of the 3 correct, or even just 1 of the 3 correct,
Your vote counts.
your vote counts. If it doesn't, if you don't get them right, your vote will not be registered, but you'll get a little tiny lollipop that shoots out of the E-slate, and on the wrapper it's going to say, I voted, so you can show you voted and everything. Because the people who aren't going to be able to answer any of these questions are not going to realize their vote didn't count. But that's mean and un-American of me. I should not be saying such things, apparently. So. But
I just don't want to see this.
I want to see an actual stealth fighter come out of this, because Black Panther got one that sits there and blows right into the parking lot of your housing project, apparently, where you can't see it. Because at the end of the movie, when he parked it, they parked it in the thing. Now, if we can get one of those.
I mean, but as far as the choices go, I mean, you got Biden. Yeah,
You got
Trump or Kanye. I would almost take Kanye in that. I mean,
Oh God, you're right. Oh my goodness, you're right.
Kanye.
I don't know. Trump's been doing it. Just let him.
Now, let's go ahead and let's think about this for just a minute. All right, so Kanye West
Oh no.
just recently got religion, right? Isn't he the one who did the album of Christian songs?
Yeah.
So he's got religion now. He's come out in support of Trump before and took a lot of heat for it and just laughed it off. So now he's running for office, even though it's really, really late in the game. But he's counting on a write-in campaign in order to win. Kanye West knows full well he doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell of winning this election. But because his skin is dark, he figures he can get enough of the BLM guys to vote for him that they'll stop supporting Biden and Trump will win by default.
Yeah.
He's going the third party route.
You know,
Ross Perot's
The Ross Perot. That's who I was trying to think of. This is Ross Perot. It's been going on for years, and Trump gets reelected in the fall. And you think you're seeing a stink now, just wait till November 12th or whatever, the day after the election. So,
you know, the sad part about all this is that if let's just say, by some type of stupid miracle, I wouldn't call it a miracle, but if he did actually become president, that means Kim Kardashian will be the first lady.
That doesn't bother me.
Oh, it bothers me.
Not at all.
she becomes the first booty.
As long as she was married to somebody qualified to be president, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, so who she's going to divorce Kanye, who does she marry? Now, I'll say this, too. Kanye is not a fool by any stretch of the imagination. So he's doing this. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Probably, but
Just like Trump knows exactly what he's doing, but nobody will give him credit for it.
Kanye may not be a fool, but I don't think he's a smart guy.
Hey, there's an old
genius.
There's an
If
old,
you have to tell people you're a genius, that's usually a
That's the
sign you're
Trump,
not.
yeah. Actually, both Trump and Biden are guilty of that one. But there's an old saying: how can you prove that somebody smarter than you is dumber than you? Whatever that smart person is doing, they know what they're doing. You don't. So are they being stupid or smart? And how would you ever recognize it? Because they're smarter than you. Right? I've lost them both.
Yeah, I would need that in writing.
No way in hell I'm putting that in writing. You're not getting any evidence on me. What else you got, Chris?
How would you guys like to see
No.
Big Show play
Kingpin?
Kingpin?
Yes. I would try that. I don't know what kind of actor he's. I know he's done some.
He's done some acting. He had that the Big show on Netflix.
Which I love.
I was not that impressed. I think I'm just going through a bad patch with wrestling right now, so I'm just pissed at everything. Right? I didn't give it enough of a chance.
There's no talk that he is. It's just he's wanting to. He said he would love to in the MCU.
Problem
Yeah,
is,
I would be down for that.
here's the thing, though. All right, you have Big Show as the Kingpin. Kingpin is one of those shared villains. Okay, Doctor Doom belongs to the Fantastic Four. Magneto belongs to the X-Men. Yeah, Lex Luthor belongs to Superman. The Joker belongs to Batman. Who do you put up against Kingpin? Do you put up Spider-Man and go that route, which is the superhero route? Do you go the Daredevil route, which is gritty?
Daredevil.
Or do you go the Punisher route and just go real gritty? I mean, there's all kinds of ways to go. And then here's the other thing. Who winds up going opposite of... Who do you cast against the Big Show?
Well, you've got John Bernthal's Punisher. That's getting ready to come back up, and they're going to be able to use it again. So, and along with Daredevil, you've already got Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin in that universe.
And I won't trade that in.
No,
I know
he's
Big
good.
Show's
Yeah,
good, but
he's
Vincent
really good.
D'Onofrio, no thank you. I'll keep Vincent.
I would say,
Yeah.
due to the fact that they're doing that, I would say probably a Spider-Man movie, since we have a new Spider-Man and a different...
Yeah, maybe in the Sony universe.
Maybe if we can get away from the Green Goblin, I'm down with it.
Yeah, I would rather see Wilson
Because a
Fisk.
Spider-Man against Kingpin is going to be a hell of a lot more intellectual than Daredevil. Or Daredevil's going to be a slugfest, and Punisher is just going to be a different type of slug.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, so who do you put in the spider suit?
I keep Tom
Oh,
Holland.
we'll still keep Tom.
He's growing up.
Yeah.
If you can, I think he'll grow with it.
And due to the fact the way the last movie ended, where the whole world now knows that he is Spider-Man.
Because that always works out well.
But I
That's
think
Joe
I'd care to
Quesada
see
about
somebody
that.
else take over.
We'll see.
Tom Holland's okay, but he's a little
We'll see,
whiny
like,
sometimes.
now that he is, because Kingpin's always been kind of political in the city, that I can actually see him like try to make some type of deal to help Spider-Man, but also trick him into actually having Spider-Man on his side or something.
That's what I was saying, intellectual.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
really?
happened, didn't it?
Really, you could do any New York-based hero and put him up against Kingpin, and it's a way of fleshing your character out.
Yeah, street level.
Oh hell, I'd love to. Can you imagine Luke Cage and Iron Fist taking on the Big Show as?
Yeah.
Now that I would pay to see Big E Langston and Edge as Power Man and Iron Fist respectively taking on the Big
I watched
Show.
the movie with Edge. What
It
was it?
was Money Plane, I think. Was
No,
his
well, I saw
movie
the-
that not too long ago.
Yeah, well, I saw the trailer for that. But this movie came out like in 2012 or something, I think. Maybe
I
2000.
can't remember.
Yeah.
And me
He was a
with-
cop, a disgraced cop. Okay, I can't think of it. But it wasn't bad. He's not terrible.
No, he's not terrible. But that would be something you would do for the lulz anyway.
Do Squirrel Girl.
No, that would. Squirrel Girl would have him beat in about 3 minutes. And,
I don't know. I mean, they are
Still
doing
got
the whole.
Thanos, so.
They are doing the whole Fantastic Four thing. They're trying to redo it. So
I just hope they get it right one of these days.
But I would take Doctor Doom. I would rather see a Thanos.
I'm trying to think, who would you put up against the Fantastic Four?
The Fantastic Four.
If
Not the
I'm
Incredibles.
if I'm in charge of a Fantastic Four project, I go find J. Michael Straczynski and sign him to write. Give me a treatment. What would you do? Is it because he absolutely kicked ass for a long time on that, and on Spider-Man for that matter.
I can't remember who's writing the new run, but it's been really good.
Oh, I can't remember. I've been reading it too, or trying to, if I keep up with it. But,
Yeah, which I've only got one person that gets it.
besides me, or is that me?
No, besides
me.
you, yeah.
I would buy Fantastic Four if I could find the damn things, but Marvel does not do a very good job of. I think right now it's Empire is their thing right now. Yeah, no
the
thank
big
you.
crossover.
No thank you. So what else you got, Chris?
I got one more story.
One more story. Yay.
It's political. Both of them is.
That's been the tone.
So apparently Mulan may be in some trouble. Not because it's being pushed back, but because, well, Disney, I don't know, Disney might just set this and put it on Disney Plus.
This is Snakebit. This is Snakebit project.
Two of the main stars of the movie is getting in trouble. We'll go with Liu Yifei. She plays Mulan in the movie. She's in trouble for supporting police brutality.
She supported the Chinese guys in the Hong Kong things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, that'll go over well on the rest of the planet.
Yeah.
See, there's been an interesting dynamic that has hit on that too, because India's pissed at China right now. Okay, China is struggling right now. India is rising. You've heard of Bollywood.
Yeah.
That's the Indian movie industry. And China's big thing has always been they got 1 billion consumers. India also has 1 billion consumers, and they tend to be a little more capitalistic than the Chinese have ever been. So
we have more resources, more.
And there's an awful lot of calls to just walk away from China, but with Mulan.
Well,
Mulan
that's not all.
was based on a Chinese legend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The other one is Donnie Yen, who's one of my favorites, martial artist, great guy. He apparently posted on, I think his Facebook account, July 1st, celebrating Hong Kong's Handover Day.
Oh, Lord.
Apparently he is, well, I don't know the whole thing about the Handover Day or, what, the politics over there. But apparently he is on the side of going, his roots and stuff like that. So he's getting lots of help from that, from everybody.
Which kind of surprises me, because the thing, you've got China and you got the rest of the world. So, like I was saying, China's got 1 billion people, but there's 7 billion people on the planet. So it's like 6 to 1 against, and yet you're still going to come out and support a communist dictatorship. Okay. Way to go, guys. Both of you. Disney's got to be doing cartwheels over
see,
this.
that's the problem, because I know most of the money comes from overseas.
Yeah.
And now with their two of the most biggest stars from overseas are in trouble with this. And due to the fact that there's already a petition to boycott Mulan. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you saw the NBA backtracking when even LeBron, which LeBron's kind of.
NBA follows the money. If you follow the money, you wind up in China for
Well, you got
some
to think,
reason.
who shows NBA stuff? ESPN, ABC. Who owns that?
Disney.
Exactly. So,
There you go.
I mean, everything comes back to the mouse.
To that miserable rat. Anyway. So that's everything you got, Chris?
Yeah, let's talk shit.
Let's talk shit. Alright. Speaking of shit, what kind of shit you got for us? You got for us there,
Well, next
buddy?
week, guys, we got come by. I'll have some free books.
Free books.
We got quarantined before Free Comic Book Day. So we didn't get to get the mystery boxes. So we got those, and I'll have some free books to give out next Wednesday.
Yay!
These aren't free. These are $34.99.
Let's get that straight, okay?
An exclusive free comic book day pop.
Loki.
A T-shirt. It's a different T-shirt, random, and a
very Marvel variant cover for Thor #1. It looks like.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know if I would open that one. I might get a different copy. I might leave that.
That one's hermetically sealed, isn't it?
Yeah, so I might just leave it like that. But yeah, they're all
$35 a pop.
Yep, 35.
Not bad.
How
Get a
many
T-shirt out of the T-shirt alone will probably run you about 20 or so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
Not the sturdiest box in the world. The box is free.
Well, it's a little top heavy when you drink that.
Well, yeah, it's a pop, so of course it's got the huge head and it's going to fall over.
But yeah, I guess they're going to finally distribute some of the books, and so I'll have a few free books to give out if y'all come by.
So give us an exact date, because this will probably be going out here next day or two. You said it's July 11th right now. You're saying on a Wednesday. He's got to check a calendar.
Busy man.
15th.
The 15th, so this coming Wednesday.
Yeah.
We'll get the word out for you. So get the word out. Y'all hit your Twitters.
If Red Bull's watching, you can send us some free watermelon Red Bull.
We need a sponsor. That'd be great.
He needs
Summer edition is just out for the summer, so you better hurry if you're going to send it.
So anywho, I can't say anything. I work for a different distributor. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say.
Y'all have energy drinks?
Yeah.
What you got?
We have Venom. It's
Oh.
99
Well,
cents.
yeah. The black cherry.
Well, it's been nice talking to everybody.
The black cherry is
Yeah.
good. That's all I don't drink many energy drinks.
And at 99 cents a pop.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You know, I just want to say, Venom missed its marketing with the Venom movie.
That's true.
But yeah, they should have
could've-
absolutely
they-
tied
yeah.
in there.
They should have.
Lipton got in on it.
Yeah.
Brisk.
Yeah. Because Pepsi's got the
Money,
budget to
money,
pay
money.
for it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that y'all did Venom.
Yeah. God, we got. Well, I think last count I saw was like 15 different brands
Yeah.
across all kinds of. Probably more than that.
Yeah.
See, I'm a monster person, so monsters.
Anyway.
Until you get tattooed on your face, you're not a fan.
Yeah, you're not. Wes,
That's all.
curly man. You got to wind up looking like Cable if you're going to be. Is it Cable or who's the one with the M on his face?
Bishop.
Bishop's the one with the M on his face. Cable's the one with the big glowy eye.
Oh, Post Malone.
I got.
It's
That
a
doesn't
barbed
have to be on my
wire.
face. I mean,
You're like Mike Tyson with the. I can see that too.
But that is, I've never seen so many people with tattoos on their face at any time, period.
That has got to hurt. I mean, tattoos are not comfortable to begin with, but that's got to hurt getting it. Because your face is one of the most sensitive parts of your body.
Have you seen the Post Malone Doritos commercial where he's getting the Dorito tattooed on his face? If he'd really done that, how great would that be?
First time I ever seen anybody with a tattoo on their face was back in the 90s, and it was From Dusk Till Dawn, where he had like that. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was like
George Clooney.
Yeah, he had like a tattoo that went like this, but it was
Up
like
his
I
neck.
don't know what the hell it was supposed to be.
Tribal. It was just a
I
tribal
guess.
band or something.
That was the first time I ever saw that, and I'm like, oh, okay, it works, I guess, for him.
I absolutely do not see the appeal of tattoos on anywhere at any time for any reason, because all that does is just leave evidence for the. Never mind. Anyway, anything else you need us to promote? You want to get out there real quick?
man.
No, guys, just come by and
Promotion.
find you something to read. We'll get you fixed up. There's.
I want to show some stuff here. All right.
He's
so,
going to show some stuff.
Yeah.
Don't drop it.
I'm not gonna drop it.
He's going to drop it.
Look at that.
I
Yeah.
think you guys missed the awesome Batman the Animated Series statue I had. I sold it last week.
What?
Another one coming though.
I'm sorry. What?
It was Batman from the animated series, and he was shooting the grapple gun, and the grapple was coming out. It was awesome. I'll show you when we get done.
Folks, forgive Chris's ass. He's just completely in shock
I
right
was
now.
That's Batman. How will you go on? Where does it get those wonderful?
By the way, any coughing is not coronavirus. It's acid reflux. Anyway. Oh.
I got smoker's cough.
I will say though, before we close anything up, I think we should like have they scan the room showing all this fabulous stuff, so they can get the.
So that'll take about 10 seconds. Okay, we can do that. But anyway. So, anything else before we start getting ready to wrap this, or? Now, Scott does offer an ordering service, so if you're looking for graphic novels or anything like that, let him know. He'll be able to track them down.
Oh yeah, and you can get me on Facebook and Instagram.
He's everywhere.
My number is 606-434-8314. Call, text.
Scream. You may have to scream real loud. He'll pay attention.
I don't hear so good.
Walk right up to the door and just until he pays attention. He'll pay attention eventually.
And I don't know if you have to wear a mask or not, but just be safe.
Bring
social
a mask
distance.
just in
Yeah,
case.
yeah. Carry one with you.
You can always wear it. You can always just strap it to your chin wherever you go. And hey, technically, you're wearing the mask. Didn't say you had to wear it. Put it on your face and on your nose or mouth. But
Just don't put it over your eyes.
yeah, that's true. We do.
I always
have to
carry
tell our
extra fat
fans that,
underwear,
don't we?
so I'm covered.
Show some class. Wash your ass.
Watch your ass. Yes.
And God forbid you get in an accident, you better have on clean underwear for your mom's sake. So.
Hey, did you know?
No.
I will give this a little.
I don't know.
It's a small little thing, but Disney Plus got more viewers because of Hamilton.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's why they put it on there to begin with.
Got like a lot more subscribers.
Did you watch it?
Oh hell yes! That was the first thing. I've been wanting to watch Hamilton forever since I heard about it. What are you growling for? What?
I've just seen.
He was waiting for the part where Aaron Burr shot him in the head, but
No, I was waiting for no parts of it because from what I saw, it wasn't something I'd be interested in. I'm not a musical guy.
yeah, believe me, you're talking to the original.
Especially.
You're talking to the original musical interlude hater right here, so I understand completely. I'm not a big musical guy.
If you guys are looking for a great rap song set in colonial times, go to Trevor Moore, Founding Fathers rap. That's how it really was. So you'll thank me later.
And on that note, we're going to close the program here. Chris, final thought?
Don't smell your own farts.
Scott, your final words of wisdom?
I don't want to smell yours either.
And that makes it unanimous. So for everybody, for Scott
See you guys.
and Chris and me, we'll see you somewhere down the line. Y'all behave yourselves, and we'll see just how long we can keep this up on Facebook before we get doxed into the stratosphere. Night all.
Say nothing to it.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.